And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of us as we're off in Week 9. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Foles. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball was thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Haloti Ngata.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson off to the races. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Adrian Peterson, 89 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Foles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Taylor now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Foles. Try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return will stop right around the 25. Johnson was the intended receiver. How about the big
old dreams going back to when they were in youth football and in high school? They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Taylor going to run the option right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Now McCoy. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a second and 5 now from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And Taylor cannot escape. He goes down in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now here comes Kansas City. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. He'll drop to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Taylor to throw. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Foles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The start on the ground with McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there. Taylor to Watkins. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Taylor going to run the option right. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Foles. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 14. He can run for it, and he will. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They give it to Peterson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Adrian Peterson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson.
Whoosh. Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. A good pickup there, a 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Here's Taylor to throw. Runs through the contact. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Flag 32. Flag 32.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.